Apple keeps giving people multiple reasons to switch over to Samsung. Have you seen what the new iPhone 18 looks like? Let me tell you. Trash. They're continuously trying to copy Samsung and they're dropping the ball. First of all, it's gonna be foldable. Second of all, you're gonna have to use Touch ID. And third, which is the worst thing, the charger is different. How many times are you gonna change the charger? This time, the damn charger looks like a MacBook charger. You heard what I just said? The charger tip is fat like the MacBook charger. Mind you, for the 17, didn't they just switch the charger? So you know what else that means, right? If you out and somebody doesn't have the 18 and you don't have your charger, you're gonna be walking around with a dead phone. I thought the 17 was bad. I'm using it now. This shit has to be the worst iPhone that they are ever going to make. See what it is, the people at Apple don't listen to the people that's actually using the phone. We didn't ask for a foldable phone. I have a Galaxy foldable phone. Mind you, they just released the 17. Who asked for the 18? Let people enjoy the 17 first. The 17 is garbage, but now you give another garbage phone. I'm leaving. This is my last iPhone. I'm out.
This is not allegedly. This is out of L.A. Reid's mouth. And sources are saying this is why Justin came in hot off the presses. Okay, for those of you guys that don't know what's happening, what are you doing? But second of all, let me just go through this really quick, right? They said Usher came up to Justin at the party with energy and anger. And the two got into a heated exchange. Now, this is coming from Justin's people. People on Usher's side was like, no, Justin Bieber came in hot off the presses. The Justin Bieber sources say there was no physical.
So this is the footage of Jeffrey Epstein's cell, and it's supposed to be proof by the Department of Justice that no one went inside of his cell and killed him, and that's why they said he committed suicide. But there's just one problem. So if we look at the footage, there's about 11 hours of it. From the minute 11:59 to 12 a.m., it cuts out for 1 minute, and we do not see that footage. Now, I don't know if this is some type of joke, because everyone is starting to figure this out after watching the footage, but there's a whole minute that's completely cut out. Also, what happened to them saying that the cameras malfunctioned or they lost the footage, whatever the heck happened? But now, magically, years later, they recover the deleted footage or the footage that they never had from a different angle that's literally right in front of the cell. And it's the same day we get it where they said there is no client list and that he commits suicide. It's just frustrating because months ago the Attorney General said the client list was on her desk, and now there is no client list. And now the footage, there's a whole minute that's cut out, and we still have no explanation for that. If we do, I'll keep you guys updated, but just a weird day.
I believe that Iran was the plan. They like to keep people in fear. That way they can control the masses.
Conspiracy theory about a shadowy group of people in the world is far too lazy of an explanation, especially when the truth is much scarier.
What is the truth?
No one is in control. No one is pulling the strings.
Not too long ago, everybody sat at the round table and created a plan.
For hosting us. I mean, this is quite a group to get together, and I think all of the companies here are building, just making huge investments.
How much are you spending, would you say, over the next few years?
$600 billion.
How much money will you be investing?
$600 billion.
How much is Google investing?
$250 billion.
It's around $75 to $80 billion.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
President of a corporation, and he's not the president of the United States of America. Absolutely. Their logo is the all-seeing owl. The District of Columbia is designed 10 square miles by 10. That's the government, not everything else. That's what he's the president over. A corporation. What is a corporation's main entity that they buy, sell, and trade? You. Are you following me? You a useless eater to them. You a sheeple. Are you following me? Your birth certificate is worth $634,000. And this is what they use as collateral with Britain. And that's the only thing that they run in America. You're a human resource. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why you have...
Breaking news. It seems like our trading partners in China have not shipped one shipping container to the United States over the last 12 to 18 hours. It seems like Beijing has potentially put us under an embargo, and it hasn't been announced. For my friend saying, this is just like COVID, you're right, this is just like COVID, and we haven't seen this since there were supply stoppages. This is infinitely worse because, again, what takes ships and things to move is oil and relationships. And guess what has been interrupted? Both. This is Ken Do News from a Black industrialist perspective. If that and its allies, if that's you, you're in the right spot.
One of the most seen crops that could go extinct is the white yam. A single yam vine can produce about 80 pounds of food. That's about 4 times more than a potato plant. And it also grows where potatoes can't survive. But potatoes are more known because you can harvest them with a machine, while yams have to be harvested by hand. Every yam that you've ever seen was cloned from a cutting. The plant has something called vegetative reproduction. You slice a chunk called the yam head and you replant it. But that's actually not reproduction. That's just copying. Because every yam is a clone, one disease could wipe them all out all at once. You were supposed to feed billions, but here you are dying because saving people isn't profitable, which is pretty insane.
It's nothing more dangerous than a man that's wrong but thinks he's right. Let me tell you what I mean, right? We was born and we was trained by people that gave us principles and morals to stand on that they said was right. Yeah. But what if they was wrong? But we grew up believing that they was right. Are we wrong? That's the question. That's the question.
The morals and principles are there for our society to function, right? So we have respect, all this love, kindness is all part of human nature.
But who determined if they're right or wrong? Who determined, right? Because I believe, and I know for a fact that a human is not capable of love. Because to be capable of love, you got to be capable to feel pain. The human cannot feel pain. They do not want to feel pain, so they cannot love, right? That's what I'm saying. A lot of things is not meant for the human, but the human want it. Love is one of them things to where it's a good idea. We will love to have love, though we will never have love because no one is capable of loving. It's different, gang. And it's just kind of like plain, but nobody actually see it because they're trying to use their eyes. If you want to make it in this world, you can't use your eyes to see.
What they called the World's Fair was actually the bragging of them taking over empires and cities that they did not know how to control in particularly, but were able to inhabit after the resets and after the wars. From Chicago to St. Louis, to San Francisco, to Buffalo, New York, the empires were taken over one by one. And they would showcase these expositions to their citizens that they had inhabit the new cities. And they would tell them about future things to come. But this was the takeover. And it should be noted that all these people you're seeing in the pictures are not from here. These are people that were brought here to America to inhabit the cities and take over the empires. So they were wearing the clothing and just the identity of our people. When they took over these cities, they took over everything, the clothing, just the entire network. And they were shipping these people into America from these countries to take over. And this is where you get your stories about the orphan trains where 200,000 to 300,000 European children from all over were being transported into cities to take over the neighborhoods and, you know, take over the jobs and to get parents, some European people who wanted to adopt them into these cities and give them new identities. And this is how we got the theory that a lot of Europeans are clones and that they come from, you know, these Cabbage Patch children, these incubators from the World's Fair, that they were genetically modified to take over and to be fed a false narrative about how they inherited these great cities and to believe that they were the actual descendants of this great power. And this was done all over what now known as America to take the empire from the children of the sun.
It's crazy. Have you ever heard the phrase, they don't make them like they used to? Well, there's a reason why. It's called the planned obsolescence. So back in 1924 in Geneva, Switzerland, a group of elites met together. They all owned light bulb manufacturers, and they said, our light bulbs last too long. They all noticed their sales were going down because their light bulbs were too good. Their light bulbs at that time could run for about 2,000 hours. They're like, we need to cut that in half. So they all agreed, all shook on it. We need to crappier products to sell more. They all had to send their light bulbs to get tested, and if it went over 1,000 hours, that company was fined. And so from that meeting, they came up with a term to call themselves the Phoebus Cartel. Phoebus is the god of light, and that term, planned obsolescence, was adopted to every single product now.
Yeah.
Like iPhone, they don't last forever.
This is the face of America. Congratulations. I hope you feel great at night.
I told y'all asses not to go to these goddamn airports. Not only is TSA still quitting, ICE agents have been deployed to 13 airports, including one in Puerto Rico. Now here are the 13 airports that they're chilling at. You already know that Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, Georgia. Chicago O'Hare International Airport, they at your shit too. John F. Kennedy Airport in New York, they at your shit. Cleveland Hopkins International Airport, you too. Maybe they at Hobby Lobby and Bush in Houston, Texas. Pennsylvania International Airport, Newark Liberty International Airport, New Orleans. And last, Phoenix Sky Harbor, they at your shit too. Y'all notice that most of these airports are international airports. You want to know why? Because they looking for more people to snatch the fuck up. In San Francisco, a mother and her child were taken into ICE custody today. Mother could not provide her U.S. citizenship papers, but her daughter is a U.S. citizen. They're not there to help with TSA. They're there to pick y'all asses up, coming in and going out. The wait times are not going to get better, but the place will get more dangerous. I told y'all that this shit wasn't over. Oh, my bad, they in Puerto Rico too. If you don't have to fly, don't fly.
We have to get out of the mindset and out of the stage of fight or flight. It is killing us, family. And a lot of y'all going to work fight or flight. You don't even know, and that's why you have something called hypertension, work-related hypertension, where you can have a normal resting blood pressure at 120, 125 systolic, over 80 diastolic. Then the moment you clock in, your blood pressure can shoot up. A mercury millimeter is about what, 20 now, B? So now you're going to work and your blood pressure 145 over 90. Because your emotions, something is pulling and tugging on you. You in the rat race. Same thing when you in a compromised relationship. You dealing with children that you haven't trained up right. So they doing everything to get on your nerves. You in these environments where you know you're not supposed to be in. You feel stuck. All this is environment. In this environment, en means to be in something. Vire means circle. Ment means mentos, the mind. So the environment is basically the environment or the space that you put your mind in. Environmentos has a physiological and a biological change on your physiology, on your anatomy.
TikTok made me buy it. Let's see how it works.
Wait a minute. You spent $26 to get some shredded cheese? Come to the kitchen with me. Well, you could have just went to the grocery store and got that shredded cheese for $3. You gotta open the bag. It's only $3. And you know what? Guess what you'll have? Shredded cheese.
OG, this bin is from the future. When it gets full, it automatically seals the bin bag using heat, so you don't have to. Then when you take the full bag out, it lines itself with a new one.
You spent $120 for a damn trash can. Just so it can close the bag for you. Come to the kitchen with me, I'll show you something. Grab the damn bag. Tie it up. And take the damn trash out. You ready to close it? You spent $16,950 damn dollars to close the toilet with a remote? Come to the bathroom with me. It took me like 0.5 seconds to close it. What?
Wake up early, bitch, I gotta get some move. In my pockets, I got cheese, I got dough. I got Prada movie, ship it for the low.